Hello friends, welcome to yet another class of Vidhai. This video is brought to you by the Exams Possible team of Vidhai. Exams Vidhai is a non-profit initiative by the students of IIITDM Kanchipuram to give free coaching and resources to students preparing for national level competitive exams like NTSE and NMMS. In today's discussion, we will be covering the following topics: blood relation and its importance, introduction to blood relation, the different varieties of questions, an important subtopic called family tree, and then we will be solving some practice questions. Let's start. Blood relations. Blood relations is the most studied topic of logical reasoning and is one of the few topics which has found its importance in almost every entrance exam. The diagrams play an important role here. The right diagram comes from the right analysis. Introduction to blood relations. Any relation in the world which either by birth or by marriage is called a blood relation. Example: any relation by birth will be mother, father, son, daughter, etc. And any relation by marriage will be father-in-law, mother-in-law, etc. Given below are the different ways in which the questions will be asked in various competitive exams. Dialogue based on puzzles, encoding and decoding. Family tree is a very important topic in blood relation. It will basically help you to solve the question faster. A family tree is a pictorial representation of data. The following points help in drawing a family tree. All the female members of the family are represented by a circle and the male members are represented by a square. The relationship between two members of the family is shown by connecting an arrow. The spouse relation is represented by the two ends of a double-headed arrow. All the family members of the upper generation are represented above in the family tree. Example: father, mother. All the family members of the same generation are represented in the middle of the family tree, that is, brothers, sisters, etc. And all the family members of the next generation are represented below the family tree. Example: daughters, son, etc. Here are the various terms which are used to denote a relation. For example, mother's or father's brother is called an uncle. Similarly, mother's or father's sister is called an aunt. There are various such terminology in use. I would like you to pause the video and go through all these terms thoroughly. Now, let us go through the various types of questions in blood relations one by one. We will start with dialogue type. In such questions, one person describes his or her relation with another person. There are a few things which needs to be kept in mind while solving such type of problems. If the statement says X is the son of Y, the gender of Y cannot be determined unless and until mentioned in the question. You cannot assume the gender of a person based on the name. Now, let us try and solve a question on the same. The question says, pointing to a photograph of a boy, Mr. Ram said, "He is the son of the only son of my mother. How is Mr. Ram related to that boy?" We will be solving all these questions step by step. So, let's do it. Step 1. There is a photograph of a man and Mr. Ram. The photograph is of a man and hence two squares are used to represent. Step 2. The second line says Mr. Ram has a mother. Mr. Ram is the only son of his mother and Ram has a son, and that photograph belongs to Mr. Ram's son. So, the decoded statement will be hence Ram is the father of the boy. So, the solution is option D, that is father. Let us look at the next type of questions which are frequently asked in exams, that is puzzle type. A piece of brief information about multiple people being interrelated is given, and sub-questions based on the same may be asked. Given below a few important points. In puzzle-based questions, a web of relations can be formed. So, do not solve such questions in a haste. These questions are scoring and easy to solve. So, do not panic if the question seems lengthy. Let us try and solve few problems. A question says, a person P is the sister of Q. Q is the daughter of R and R is the son of S. If P is the father of S, then how is P related to S? Making a family tree will make this problem very simple and less time consuming. Let us consider the steps one by one. Step 1. P is the sister of Q. This is the statement that tells you that the blood relation of P and Q are similar and they are siblings. Step 2. Q is the daughter of R. This means that P is also the daughter of R. So the decoded statement will be R is the son of S and P and Q are the granddaughters of S. So the solution is option A. Let us move on to the next type of questions, that is coding and decoding. The relationship between two people may be denoted using symbols such as asterisk, hash, etc. The questions are obtained by denoting the relationship hidden in the symbols. This has become a common trend of asking blood relation questions in competitive exams nowadays. Let us try and solve few problems. Example. We will go through the instructions carefully. It shows various symbols and each symbol has a particular meaning. Question here says, if the code of a family is A hash B, the dollar sign, C asterisk D, then who is the father in them? Again, we will be solving this question step by step. So the step 1 is A hash B indicates A is the mother in the family. Step 2, B dollar sign C indicates B is the brother of C. Step 3, C hash D indicates C is the daughter of D. So the decoded statement is, since B and C are siblings and A is the mother of B and D is the father of C, then D is the father in the family. So the solution is A, that is D is the father in the family. Now we will be solving a practice problem to basically increase your understanding in the topics we have covered so far. So the question is, introducing Ramesh, Neelam said his brother's father is the only son of my grandfather. How is Neelam related to Ramesh? I would request you to pause the video and solve the question for the better understanding. I hope you have solved the video. Now let us solve it. Step 1. From statement 1 we found out that Ramesh has a brother. So brother's father will also be Ramesh's father. Step 2. The brother is the only son of Neelam's grandfather. Hence, Neelam is the daughter of the father in the question. The decoded statement is, Neelam is the sister of Ramesh. Therefore, the solution is option A, a simple question. I hope you have got an understanding of the topic. Thank you for attending the class. Please check the description below for extra questions and lecture notes for each chapter. Thank you.